We are two Star Wars nerds, and today we're talking about why the pod racing scene in The Phantom Menace is so incredible. This is part of our series on why we love the prequels, and I'm telling you, this was one of my favorite scenes as a kid.
Yeah, this was my favorite scene of The Phantom Menace. Whenever I watched it as a kid, I could not wait till the scene came on. Like, I think sometimes I would just watch the scene.
Wow.
I would fast forward to it.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and I think it's really well done, actually.
Yeah, it is.
And you know what's interesting, the older I get and the more time I spend on the internet, you find some people really hate this scene. They think it's long, it's drawn out, they think it's unnecessary, they think it's just a filler action sequence.
This is news to me.
Really? Yeah, I mean, here's what you'll find. Keely actually kind of stays off of the internet for the most part, and so she just enjoys things.
Yep.
And I get fully sucked into everything, and so I'll be like, man, people hate this show. Like, why? I love it.
Right.
But yeah, people really don't like this. But I want to make a case for why I think this is incredible. First, I think the sound design is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, we are musicians. We record music. We help others record. We mix, we master, we distribute. We do all that fun stuff. And so whenever we listen to something, we're paying attention. We're like, what's going on there? And we watched this in a 5.1 surround sound just the other night. It was awesome.
Yep.
And what was really interesting is that there was no music for the overwhelming majority of the race.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until the very end that the music came. And
but you heard all the sound. You heard the stadium, you heard the pod racers behind you, beside you. You heard all those sounds to the point where it made you feel like you were there, you were in the stadium, you were in a pod racer or something, like you were a part of that scene. And I think having music would have taken away I don't think it would have made the scene worse or bad or anything, but I think they were trying to immerse you into the scene and make you a part of it. And I think the music could have distracted in that way. Like, distraction's a bad word for music, but I think you get what I'm saying.
No, you're right, because sound design is not music.
Mm-hmm.
Music is a tool for sound design. And so the Foley artists, the actual sound engineers, they did a wonderful,
amazing job.
Yeah, beautiful job making you feel like you're there. Like, for us, I'm hearing engines roar around me. I'm hearing the stadium cheer. I feel like I'm whizzing past rocks. All this stuff is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And music, you're right, would have only detracted from the experience, and it added to the intensity
when they did add it. Yeah,
because I didn't need music to tell me how to feel.
Right.
I was feeling it from the scene.
Right.
And that's really hard to do. If you've ever watched something with the music stripped, or like a laugh track stripped,
it's so weird.
You're like, this is
awkward.
so awkward.
Right.
But this, if you watch it with music added, it just doesn't hold the same effect, because the music is kind of controlling how you're supposed to feel. But that's honestly, that's the first reason I think this scene is incredible. But moving past a technical standpoint, you have the force reflexes of Anakin showing up here. And it's interesting, because Qui-Gon says basically what you're describing, talking to Shmi, is that he's a Jedi because he anticipates things before they happen. So he's responding before they happen.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we see, as the audience, Anakin not necessarily using the Force, but I guess you see that he does have those abilities and that they are reflexes. So that's a cool scene to show that off. And not only did they show off who he was and what he's capable of, I think they did it in a really cool way, because to me the scene was entertaining. I felt like I said, I felt a part of it, but it still moves the story along.
And you're right, you're not seeing him like move objects or things like that, but
Like anticipation and like
yeah, and his M count is so high. He just knows what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why he won the race.
Yep.
And
but what's interesting, he had never won before.
Yeah, that is. Another thing that is, I just think, fun are the Easter eggs.
Those are always fun.
All over this scene. This is not an Easter egg because it's announced, but you have Jabba the Hutt,
Mm-hmm.
which is really cool. You have his right-hand man, Bib Fortuna, right there. You actually have Warwick Davis as well. And if you don't know, that's who plays Wicket. And, like, it's super cool. He's just, like a human.
Mm-hmm.
But still, you have Aura Singh. She was the bounty hunter, up on the ledge watching over the races. You have the Tusken Raiders. It's not really an Easter egg, but they're there. And these are cool. You can see it right up on the screen now. There are all of these fans in attendance at the pod race, and you have people like Indiana Jones and Grim Fandango and some characters from Planet of the Apes, and it's just crazy, that all these little people are put there, but it's not, those fun ones aren't so forward that it pulls you out of the movie. The other ones are cool, like Aura Singh being there and Bib Fortuna, like that's really cool. The other ones are just fun. But you know what? I think another reason this scene is so incredible is that it gave us this game. Actually, this game sucks, but this game right here, this game for the N64,
So good.
man,
This is my childhood.
so
right
hard but so fun.
I had got a nickname from playing this game.
Yeah?
It was Crash and Keeley.
Crash.
'Cause
That's from this game?
Yep. I sucked
Man.
at this game, but man, did I love it.
Yeah, this game is hard. I've heard that nickname, but I didn't know it was from this game.
Yep.
Yeah, this game is so much fun. But at the end of the day, we really think that this scene is incredible. Not only is there spectacular CGI, amazing sound design, and you even get into the Force being used through Anakin. And to top it all off, you get some Easter eggs. But this is a great scene, and let us know in the comments what you think. Are you a pod racing fan, or are you not? Let us know. We are two Star Wars nerds, and may the Force be with you always.